Hello there, wrestling fans. I'm here with the Q&A part 12. But before that, I'm gonna have a one-time only segment called the Gay of the Day. No, that's nothing sexual about it. I mean, I'm not against people who are gay. Not whatsoever. Gay simply means fun. So this is something funny that happened to me today. Because you know, every once in a while I get PMs, I get comments on my wall, in my channel, and I appreciate that. I mean, you know, talking about IDs, analyzing stuff. But every now and then there comes this funny guy around. There was this guy that he presented an ID to me, and I simply did not agree with it. And he was so offended that he started bombing me with PMs. And simply me not believing in his ID, here's what he wrote back to me. He's an American guy, by the way. And I'm gonna read it just like he spelt it. Kuz, you're a fucking Eurotrash, that's why you non-American piece of shit. Now first off, that sentence doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and he actually wrote piece of shit. I had just read that when he sent another PM to me, literally asking for me to know he exists. So you Eurotrash scum, and you just got super kicked. Now I know what you're thinking. This is the typical kind of guy. He's 15 years old. He isn't that old, and he doesn't know what he does. You have to feel for him. You can laugh him off. So what I did is I went into his channel, and lo and behold, the guy is 31 years old, and all he does is he reviews TV series that he can't even spell, and he reviews them almost crying when he does it. I don't know why. And he also got videos. He's a huge guy, so he gets videos of himself training muscles he can't even spell. He sounds like this big gorilla when he does it. Like, you can go in and watch it. That's the way it is. And not only did he attack me like this for not agreeing with him, he just like that he blocked me, so I couldn't respond to him, asking what his problem was, or why he was, if he had a bad day or something. I mean, I care for the guy, I feel for him. So, and the thing is, the ID he presented to me, he presented it like he was the only guy in the world that had ever come up with this ID, like he had just invented the X-rays, or like to him this was pure rocket science, and probably it is, because this guy, let's face it, he might not be that smart. The idea was that the guy that attacked the Undertaker was Kane. And he said that he was the first guy that ever said that, because he had seen it nowhere. He had seen nowhere any other one saying the same thing. And I mean, I can ask each and every one of you, whom here have not been struck with the thought of, could it be Kane that did it? I don't think any one of us has ever thought of it. I mean, can it be like that? So I mean, hand it to this guy, because wow, this truly is rocket science. Well, I wouldn't. I mean, considering this guy is a tough guy, we know that, and considering how big he is, I wouldn't wanna be mean to him, because let's face it, the way he looks, he's probably sticking something in his mouth, swallowing, that he shouldn't do. That's not legal, and we can just call this off as a roid rage. It's as simple as that. And well, feel free to counterattack me, because what that means is just more exposure for me, and now people can say, well, you give him exposure by attacking him, but this is not an attack. I'm trying to help the guy, and the exposure I give him, I mean, the guy has 15 subscribers. He needs this exposure, so I'm actually doing him a favor. But you know, that's the kind of guy I am. I help the weak ones out. And rest assured, the strong ones aren't always one with the biggest muscles, because this guy apparently is a illiterate dumb hick. But now let's move on to the thing that really matters, and that's pro wrestling and your questions. DrummyBoy619, he asks me, do you think WWE will go back to TV14 before 2011? Now I doubt that will happen, mainly because WWE is in a strong spot right now with sponsors. They have gained a lot of sponsors since going PG, and this is not my opinion, this is how it is. Reported from WWE Corporate, like 7-Eleven, They are doing a huge promotion now with McDonald's, I believe it is McDonald's, and several other companies. The stockholders are in huge favor of WWE being rated PG, so that's another reason why they will stay as that. Furthermore, the Daniel Bryan release, as I heard, was not due to WWE wanting him fired or gone or punished. That's why he was allowed to continue for several days before being simply fired, due to outside forces. And these outside forces, people ask me, who are these outside forces? Well, I could say politicians, and it could be stock market holders, it could be network executives, it could be other forces in society that has a lot of influence, that can give WWE a bad rap if WWE doesn't follow suit. And all in all, right now we know there's a very kid-friendly society out there, so apparently there were people that matter that complained about this, made references to the Benoit incident, and here we are. But rumors also say that they want to bring back Daniel Bryan. This was just WWE making an example to these outside forces, proving, okay, this is not okay. But on the other hand, it's kind of blowing talking air, because WWE really didn't want to release him, and if they bring him back, it didn't mean that much. It was just to silence the critics. Wrestling's latest. I have noticed that Matt Hardy isn't getting a push anymore from WWE. Do you think that he will get cut by WWE by the end of 2010? He could. I don't know. Actually, I think he could get cut. I don't think he will. I don't say he will be, but I think he could be cut, because he's the kind of guy, it's 50-50. WWE is in a position where I can't say they really need him. He's a good wrestler, and I kind of like him, but I have grown tired of him. I used to like him a lot in 2007, 2008. He has weak knees, and right now though he is in a feud with Drew McIntyre, but I doubt he will ever get anywhere. I'm afraid he won't. I would love him to get a push. Last year when he got drafted to Raw, he was a heel, but they turned him back. So no, I don't think he will. Hi Richard, DS 1790. Hi Richard, I love your videos. I have a question for your next Q&A. Do you think that the Wildcat Chris Harris deserved more push in TNA and WWE? Personally, I think yes, as the guy had charisma, talent, and the star factor, and it really upsets me that the guy has disappeared. He had potential, and I'm so sure he still does. Thanks, DS 1790. Yeah, the guy had potential, like most wrestlers. Thing is, he was in pretty rough shape when he came to WWE. He had lost, he gained a lot of fat, to be honest, and he didn't look that solid, that fit, and WWE, I guess, feared that he really didn't have the fire under his ass to do that, and the self-discipline to go anywhere and deliver, so they simply cut him, and he left TNA on his own terms to join the WWE. So he gave the TNA executives a bad taste in their mouth. So he's not really welcome there right now, or I think, and he got cut by WWE, so he's really in a tight spot right now. He didn't impress me when I saw him in WWE, working with a big crowd. It's always easier to work a smaller crowd, not always, but it's harder to get a big crowd going, and he didn't do that. He didn't get that much of a chance, but I could hand it on the other hand to WWE. They mostly know what they do. They have missed a couple of talents, but still, they mostly know what to do. Brett Taylor is cool. Q&A question: who will be the name and face of WWE when John Cena leaves? By then, Batista, Undertaker, and Triple H will also probably have left. Also, how do you feel The Miz will grow this year? Will he capture this first world title? Your pre-draft thoughts. The draft has already been. If you want to know my pre-draft thoughts, there is a draft predictions video. John Cena will be gone, The Undertaker will be gone by then too, Triple H, Shawn Michaels is already gone, Batista is gone. I don't know, that's hard to say. There's Sheamus, of course. Randy Orton has so much potential. I don't think he has reached his fullest potential yet. He's getting more and more popular. Just listen to the response he gets. There's a lot of up-and-comers out there pushing right now, like John Morrison, The Miz, Drew McIntyre, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan if he comes back. I might miss a few. So I think it's very hard to say. The Miz, no, he won't get a world title as of yet. Jack Swagger is in aim too. You never know though. You could get, we said the same thing about Swagger. He's done for, he's out, and he came back and won the title just like that as well. So you never know. Thank you for watching, send your questions in and have a nice day.